And then we used to do that make our own sort of wheat fucking cereal up when we were kids. That's where that started from.
Yeah,
So
Wheat
that or
Bix.
or nothing.
Sanitarium.
Sanitarium, yeah.
That joint. Yeah, no, so Blob and I, well, Blob more so, he kind of put me onto a bunch of stuff, but I was kind of hinting in that direction at the time. He's still more extreme than I am, but yeah, any of these vegetable-based matter seems to be problematic. But I mean, look, dude, if you're happy and you're healthy relatively, I ain't gonna tell you, but
either will I. You can find that place in Perth that's got that milk stuff. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I'll write it in the chat, but Yallingup.
Yallingup.
Just south of Perth. Yallingup.
Hi guys, nice to be with you.
How are we doing? Yelling. Did you say yelling up?
Wait, but how's my music?
Yelling up? Yeah, I'll take a photo.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's really hard to take a photo.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yep, jump in, man.
Oh, yeah, jump in, man.
Okay, thanks. So, what you're talking about, man?
Nutrition at large at the moment. Parasites not being a problem.
Okay,
Sort of
I
stuff.
say this on first time. I'm not so good in English, but always get better. So I'm not so bad, but please don't be rude,
welcome along,
okay?
sir.
Yes, thanks.
Of course not.
I was going to say, where are you from?
I'm from Austria, near Germany, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome along, man.
Thanks, man. Great to be here.
How'd you find this place?
Sorry?
How did you find this particular place? This
You know,
Earth Awakenings.
Okay, I had a channel for years about flat Earth and conspiracy theories. I talked to a lot of people, you know. And
you said you had a
now
channel?
I stopped the channel. I had a
okay,
channel.
Yeah, cool. Was it in Austrian?
Yeah, I made it for Germany's, you know, for German people, because
Rock and roll.
there are not lots of channels, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What sort of video content stuff would you make?
Yeah, I made it with how you call the program, StreamYard. So we could talk together, and yeah, was a great time.
Those times gone now, or what happened?
You know, I lost my apartment, so it was a life story, and I had no time for the channel. But now I'm back, you know, with a new laptop, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, welcome along.
Thanks.
Would you say that you're from the time in when you were making content previously to now? Has any of your ideas changed at all, or how would you go about it?
You know, my brother once came. I started all like this. My brother came to me and said the Earth is flat. And I said, bullshit. I will prove this wrong. Yes, and I will find the truth. But it was really a harsh time. I had 4 years with my channel talking to much of people. And now I can really say for 100% that the Earth is stationary, flat. I don't know much more, but this is what I can prove, you know.
I got you. Someone else wanted to jump in, or?
Flat Earth?
Yeah, I just heard someone who wanted to jump in. I don't want to take up the mic time, but I don't know. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah, that's a cool story.
Have you? Do you know Donk at all?
Sorry?
How do I? Was this Jam Jam Mango.
Yeah, that's my internet.
Handle. Yeah, sweet. Have you? There's a fella that rolls around here. He's another German fella. Donk. He's kind of cool. He's
Yeah,
hip to
there are
the
some
situation.
channels out, I know, but not lots, you know.
I think
What's
it's
your number one
fascinating.
proof that the Earth is flat?
Sorry?
What's your number one go-to for why it proved to you proved to yourself that the Earth is flat? Did you measure it? Did you just what did you do?
Oh, you know, I was talking to I had a lot of contacts with the most of Flat Earth channels in America, UK, you know, and we were talking a lot, you know, like Soul Unchained Mind, you know the guy, his channel.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's a smart, you know, smart old man, and we really tried to find the truth, yes, and yeah, I spent a lot of time for it, and yeah, that's what I can prove that the Earth is flat and stationary. Yes. This is for me
Uh,
100%
he
sure, and NASA is lying. Sorry?
he did ask you though. What was your go-to number one proof? We'd be kind of
Yeah, you
curious.
know, it's um, you know, heliocentric worldview is so complicated and underlined with mathematics and everything to prove their worldview, but it's very simple because all the civilization before us, everybody was telling that we are on a stationary flat plane, yes, and that we are in the center. There is no like space, you know, because how you can have a low pressure system without the barrier to a normal pressure system, you know? How would this work? You can't. Also say there's a low pressure system in space, yes? No, no oxygen, no gases, nothing, yes? But you can't have it next to a normal pressure system, what we have on the Earth. So there must be a fixed barrier. I don't know what it is.
So is that sort of
I'm for sure there is.
pressure requires containment sort of gist you're referring to there?
Of course, you know, when we have a vacuum in space, it would suck our system, low pressure system out, you know, always out.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
cool, man.
it's
I like
just that
that.
what happened, you know,
Referring to
that's
his.
just what would happen, you know. So we can't leave this Earth, you know. For me, space is fake, you know.
Yeah, we know. We're down with that at large. I can't speak for everyone
Yeah,
though.
you know, you could make lots of experiments with lasers where you just can see too far. You know, the Earth curve calculator, you know for sure from NASA.
So your brother approached you and said, "Hey, man, I think the Earth is flat." What did he present to you at first that made you sort of the inclination that it was so interesting to you? Because I got my brother here, right, and I sort of mentioned it to him. I was like, "Dude, I think there's something wrong with the cosmos," and I haven't been able to sort of even. He sort of just
Yeah,
shrugs
you
his
know,
shoulders and
I
he's like, "Yeah, whatever. I mean, maybe not." But he's not interested. It's not that I necessarily
yeah,
want to convince him or anything, but I don't know. It's interesting that your brother told you that the Earth is flat, and then you went out and was like, "No, this can't be true." And you sounds like you went about trying to disprove it or something.
for sure I tried, yeah, but now, maybe 4 years later with my channel, and I talked to so much people and really made a lot of experiments and just the truth, you know. So I am for sure that NASA is lying. We can't leave this Earth, you know. We don't have to. Everything is here. So space is all fake. This is, yeah, we can't find the curve, you know. Even with perspective, you can't find the fucking curve, you know. We see too far. Weapon
Hmm.
systems won't work on a round globe. radar won't work on a round globe. Yeah, there are just so much evidence that they are lying to us, yes, and this is some people
Were you
don't want to accept it.
mm. When your brother came to you, I mean, were you sort of
Right?
were you both at the time sort of inclined towards conspiracy minded sort of notions, or was this like your
No, not
first one or something?
not really, but then I was more and more looking into it, not for myself, but with people I'm talking to, they was really smart people, and I enjoyed it to talk with them on the channel. Yes, it was really great time. I find out a lot.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, what's your
Sure.
take on, I mean, being German, what's your take on the Second World War? I don't really want to get into it too much, but I mean, um, is
The
your sort
wars.
of, is it just like a load of nonsense to you, or like,
Mm, I say no war is just. I say every war is planned. Mm,
mhm.
but it's just running into a war. This is all planned from the elite. And they have to
So you
make
saying
war
that like,
because they make it
was Flat Earth your first
elite.
conspiracy then?
My first conspiracy?
Yeah, like, I mean, I think that there's a certain mindset, and normally they call it sort of like the stages, or it's the ladder of disbelief. I've heard from like one really cool sort of presentation style, and that is like this idea that you're sort of walking through doors or you're stepping up a ladder through this sort of you know realization.
Uh,
Like if you're on the bottom rung, you think the whole world's all like it's all good, it's doing the best it can, it all makes sense. And then as you step up those ladders, you start recognizing that there's a lot of fabrication that's going on within society at large. So it
right,
sounds to me like you
right, right.
almost like hit flat earth, and you I don't know, you went from like
Flat
zero to
Earth was
hero
just
at that point.
no, it was really it does good to me, because you can believe much more to the creator, when you have a stationary flat and for us created world. Um, and the elite, in my perspective, they are lying to us. They know they can. There's much of money involved, and yeah, it's just a crazy world. There's good and evil, and the evil lie. And they lie small, and they lie in big scale. And yeah, it's insane what I found everything about what I was talking to. Like the war, there are always two sides. They make money just for money. The wars. This is insane. You heard
Yeah,
about
it's crazy. Oh well.
Yeah, it's really crazy. I was also programmed or learned everything about the normal world. That I didn't want to disbelieve it, what I was being told. I also got education. But yeah, we find so much of evidence that like the moon landing it started, this is all fake. And yeah, you learn so much. There's so much lies out there and they do big lies and much people don't care. They say so what? I say the truth is interesting and yeah, the tough world. Much of lies. What I
Yeah,
found
it's a
out.
crazy old world.
Mm. Yeah. In Austria, it's like when you have a mindset like this, you're like totally or stupid or uneducated or something. Yes, you don't find much people that will be on your side. This is because I say because we had the war and everything. People had hard times, of course, but yeah, I always get the other way. I said I don't matter. I want to find out what is really on here. Yeah, I changed my mind.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
cool
that
with
that's
everybody who thinks
there's
different.
something to it. Well, they are different, but I don't know. I've been sort of searching for the reason why, like, a couple of us are willing to sort of challenge the paradigm, at least like think outside the box. I mean, what is that?
Yeah.
Is it imagination? I don't think it's imagination. It's recognition of reality, but you have to use your imagination to get around the thing that you've been taught in the first place. You actually have to think outside that box. So, yeah.
I'd like to add something
Right.
to it. I mean, I don't see there's any way to just logically deduce. Like that can help you make up your mind. But to know what a shape is, like to know what shape you're standing on, you would have to measure it. You don't measure the things above it or around it or how light makes a shadow on it. You measure the actual physical land or water that you're saying takes a certain shape. And if you're saying that it takes a certain shape as a sphere or oblate spheroid at a certain radius, then you should be able to measure that. And if you can't, then you should give up, that idea. You should move on or try and prove it another way. You know what I'm saying? You should try and measure what it actually is. And every time you take a physical first order measurement of especially static water, which would be the best way to do it, um, it's not a sphere, it's horizontal plane. So that's why I say it's a horizontal plane.
That's all what I can say. I can't say everything. Only what I can make an experiment like we did with lasers. Yes, our guys, and we just see too far. We can't find the curve. Um, what it is in our perspective. There's a limit. Of course, I can't see Paris here. It's always a limit of vision. But yeah, it just don't match up with the Earth curve calculator and the stuff what NASA gives us. It's just bunch of CGI pictures and man, yeah, they're
Yeah,
lying, and when you
I agree with all your points. Like I too believe, say the same things you do, but when it comes down to it, if you don't measure it like you did with a laser, I think that's a good way to make a horizontal plane above the surface and then measure down to the surface. Um, then how would someone know the shape? I think you're on the right track.
yeah, you know the Earth curve calculator for NASA? They are saying
Yeah,
in 1 mile or 2 miles the Earth curves for I don't know. You can't see, when 1 meter something is high, you can't see it when you stand there because it's behind the curve. But we never find the curve. It's BS. They are telling us. Really BS.
I have extreme conditions where I live, a lot of humidity and temperature change and things like that. So I can see obstructed objects that shouldn't be obstructed sometimes. I can also see sometimes where the same object from the same position with the same viewer height on a different day isn't obstructed. So that proves to me that it's just an effect. It's not a physical, um, piece of water or land obstructing it.
Okay. Of course, there can be much of phenomenons in vision and everything. What we can see, it's of course like you are saying, we can see on some days things that you wouldn't see on other days. Yes, there
Correct.
are lots of, of things going on, but just like NASA gives us this bunch of videos and everything. And when you see just one time the fucking lie, you see it everywhere, like bubbles and stuff like that. They make it underwater. I don't know how they make this fucking pictures, but they're just all fake. If I went to the moon, I would put the camera to the Earth, where the Earth pictures, these 8 pictures we got, these CGI pictures. And in every movie you have the fucking globe, at the beginning. This is just programming. They're playing with us, and it's sad because the more educated people are, the harder you can say you live in a lie, you know. That's what I understand 100%, you know.
It does
And
seem
this
to
is
be
a
the
lie.
case. Yeah, TV programming, it all points towards control, right? Ways they control, and they definitely did the mind control thing. They figured out the best way to do it. It's not a secret anymore. But I think our technology has outgrown all that. If you just block everything out, if you just kind of start with a clean, fresh slate and go out and do some observations and some measurements, and then really deduce what you're seeing and what you're hearing. If it is propaganda, being taught to you or brainwashing or whatever, you don't have to figure out why they're doing it. Just if it's possible, then you can easily see how they're doing it. Like it becomes clear and easy.
Right. And also it's telling so much shit, you know, they say they shoot a laser up to a star and they know yeah, what the star is and what's made of, you know. They know fucking nothing, you know. They can see a light in the sky, more they can't see like we can do, you know. They are not better like us, you know. For me, stars are, I don't know what they are. There's something in the firmament. I don't know what, but for me, the moon and the sun goes around the world, and this is proved, you know, not from us, but from other civilizations. They studied the stars, the sun, very good, you know. So
Yeah, as you can
the
probably
knowledge is
see, my internet name is Raqia, so that is the firmament. I'm a true believer
okay.
that we must have a container. I'm also a Christian, so I believe in the Bible, and it just so happens that out of 6 days of creation, one of the days, day 2, was to create the firmament. So it seems pretty important, right? If that is all true, it all kind of comes together and makes sense to me.
Right, and it makes you don't have to be so complicated. It makes logical sense, you know. And no, it's and for sure, I was staying to God, but not for 100%. But when I knew that we are in the center and the space is fake and this stuff, and everything is made for us, and we are special and everything, I know there's a creator for sure, you know. And I say I never been a frog before or something, you know, or
I
you know,
actually
like
think that's
Darwin's
why
theory.
they took over creation and turned it upside down, right? Whatever points towards a
Mm,
creator or intelligent designer, they move away from that and actually teach the opposite. I think it's to hide the creator
opposite.
for whatever reason. Yeah.
Right, right.
Good.
They want to take this how you say this power from you, you know, that you know there is a creator and you're
Yeah.
special and everything, you know.
It's
It's
actually
really
the
harsh, like
only
they
thing.
say.
It's actually the only thing that man can't take from me. They can't take my faith
Right,
ever.
right, they can't. Right. But they're trying, you know, with stories like this and lies and I see it like this. There's a good and the evil in the world, you know? This is always, it's not in balance. We're now really, evil is ruling us, is ruling the world, but the good people also stand up, you know? Now the evil can't just lie. Lucifer can only lie to us, you know? He can't create something, but he can lie to us, deceive us, you know? Don't tell us the truth. So we live in fantasy world. This is what they are doing, you know, they turn everything upside down, you know. That's just how I experienced it with a lot of people, you know, good people who had knowledge and yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky now to be able to share, right, with people like you from all over the world that have the same views or the same way. We think the same, right? We just um, link up together. But you have to understand there is an opposite side to it, and it is amazing. Um, you know how much pushback we get on our faith based stuff and on our logic based, you know, and when we say it all comes together and becomes one, they will fight you and just call you stupid or whatever. It just doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just go on about their business? You know, if they think they're right, good for them. But
Yeah, this
anyway,
also gets to normal people, you know, they were educated, they think they're smart. They would never give up this, you know, this story, you know. I understand it. I was also, before I was afraid of telling it, then I was feeling like stupid, but now I'm 400% sure, you know, and I don't step back anymore, you know. I just don't do
yeah,
it.
I'm the same way. Yep. It's become a part of my faith. Like, I don't, like I said, no man can take the knowledge away from me or my faith away. They can't make me unsee what I've seen or unhear what I've heard or, you know, think a different way until, to be honest, if they came up with a way to measure curved water, I would take back everything I said. But until that point, it's weird that that's not thrown in our face every day. You know, it's because they can't do it.
Me too. Me too, if they have experiments or how you say, yeah, just to prove it that it's just what they say, then I would also step back immediately and say, okay, I got everything wrong. I was stupid, but I just can see only bullshit from NASA and from the whole, yeah, TV show and everything. You know, it's just sad. It's sad how they're doing it and how they deceive the people. You know, but it's like Rothschild said. You know, give me your children and I create a new world. And he created the schools and everything, Rothschild. It's crazy to live in a world like this. Yeah, it's really, but it's good to know. You know, I live my life now and I have the knowledge, but I don't feel like I'm better or something. You know, it's just, I had the time and I did it. And yeah, it's just what I came around. And this is a great channel. You do a lot of topics, you know. I looked a lot of you and you finally you get overall, you know, you talk about lots of contents. It's great. Great that your channel still is on and you guys are here. Really.
Yeah, it was pretty wild when I found this place. It's like, holy shit.
Holy shit.
Mind blown.
Mind-blowing. Oh, that's what I was trying in Austria, the channel, because there's so less content about anything. I tried, but yeah. I think I get too big and I get lots of problem here in my area. You know, the
What was that?
people
Like
don't
you
think
get
this is funny.
demonetized or something?
Yeah, there's crazy things happened. I don't want to get into it, but crazy
Sure.
things happened. Lost my apartment and stuff. Really crazy shit, but yeah. I'm not mad about the people, you know, because yeah, for them you're the demon, you know. Not not the other way. But it's okay, you know, I I don't have much, but I know the truth. This is better for me than live a lie and have everything, you know. This is for me it's the better way. Guys, I'll be back in 15 minutes, okay? Just gotta take care of my dog.
Sure, bud.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Pleasure. Bye.
Was he saying he was he saying he had a channel?
Yeah, previously, I believe.
Oh, okay.
He's a cool guy. I'm
He's
kind of
very
winding down now, and I'm kind of playing something at the moment. I was just buggering around, kind of enjoying you guys like bouncing off one another.
Oh, you'll be past midnight. Eh?
Yeah, it's getting pretty late.
Hey guys, great to be back.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
What do we got here? I'll stop playing this stupid shit. It's getting pretty late here, though. I ain't very chirpy at the moment. So I don't know. What are we going to do? Strike up a conversation? What do we got? What's like a cool thing that you know about? What's a cool topic? Jeremy,
a
do
cool
the
topic.
topic thing.
What's a
Where's
cool
Noah with
topic?
the fallacy? Fallacy of the day.
Fallacy? Um, you can talk about much evil stuff in this world, what's going on, but there are interesting stuffs too. Just how they manage all this, that you're in this disbelief. This is really insane. But they have the technology, they have it goes on, and that's just how they program us.
Technology is a cool
Yeah,
one. Are
technology,
you
yeah.
familiar with Alex Jones?
Alex Chance, yeah, I know his name, what he's doing.
Yeah. I just like thinking of like technology and like one of his like sort of I don't know things that he stated one time anyway was that of a breakaway civilization. So
Crazy, yeah.
that essentially like within this sort of large global network that through the military and whatnot that they're basically able to basically create technologies without the wherewithal that the citizens should know. So their capabilities.
That's
And thus, like, when it comes to the alien invasion and whatnot, it's like, is this when they're going to break out that cool tech that they've been working on in the background somewhere in a cave?
yeah, yeah. The military machinery. It's really really Russian. They are far more than they are telling us. Like with this 5G and stuff. I'm afraid of something like this. This is not only for the good. For telecommunication. This is a weapon system. In my belief, they can do frequencies really I think, and they have a lot of knowledge about it. And yeah,
I think that could be a part of it, but also I believe that they're wanting to go digital and have all these communications linked where they can just shut it off, right? You're talking about total control. People would freak out. I mean, just turn the cell phones off or electricity off for 2 days and watch society just cave in on itself. that quickly.
So right, yeah. We are so binded to, so it's so normal to have this stuff all the time around you, yes. But when you go out and have nothing, like on the streets, you have to learn that the world is something other, like we are living it every day, with this technology and stuff like that.
Yeah, I
The
feel a
same way.
lot better when I'm out in the wilderness without all the frequency and, just lay in the grass and look up or, sit on a chair and just enjoy nature without all that buzzing, basically, with all that noise, interference. We're a frequency based system. We're frequency and like our nervous systems and things are all controlled with energy like that. So surely it has to affect it in one way or another.
Course, but there are people that can handle it better, and people they can't handle this much frequency. They get kind of crazy, or I don't know what they have.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah, it's really crazy with this frequency. They can do a lot of things, and yeah, why we need 5Gs. I don't need a telephone where I can look 20 videos at once. I don't need it. And the Internet of Things, they're saying, everything is connected. Everything, yeah,
I
getting
think it
crazy.
goes. It even goes as far as rubber-soled shoes, right? If you want to feel better, if you ever feeling kind of low energy or sick in a way, just
Yeah,
take off your shoes and go rub your shoe. Go walk in the grass. Take off those rubber sole shoes and go walk around barefooted for a while on the beach or whatever. And man, I don't know. I mean, I'm 30 years or so. I haven't been to a doctor or haven't been sick. I got off all their medications. I don't take any prescription pills, or I don't really take any pills whatsoever. And I walk around barefoot a lot. I didn't wear shoes when I was a teenager, like ever. My best friend's parents would just get so mad at me. We'd go to church or go out to eat, and I wouldn't have shoes at their house. And
great to
I
hear.
think that has a lot to do with not being sick, just being grounded, being based, right?
Of course, that's for what we was created. And not with this whole evil stuff what they are creating around us. It's the same with the news media. You don't hear anything good. You just hear deaths and trouble and yeah, no,
Yep.
nothing good.
I don't watch the
Yeah,
news. I don't want any of
yeah,
that
never watch.
negative atmosphere.
Right, right. It's really it programs you. Yeah, it's like reading a newspaper. It's also the same. You read it and it programs your mind. You think about it every time. The same with Elon Musk, and his neurochip, Neuralink, I think, his chip, what he tries to implant in the brain. You heard about it? Elon Musk, SpaceX,
Yeah,
watch
yeah, they're
Elon Musk.
trying to put chips in your brain. Yeah,
Yeah, crazy man. I don't know if he is doing the job, but just a crazy thing, to interrupt your brain with stuff like this bullshit. It's really crazy. And it's the same, with this what goes on. Like you can't go like to the uh what you're saying to the uh, Antarctic, yes, where the tall wall, also not in the north, in the south. You can't go there, you can't travel there for your own because it's all military controlled, so you can't go there. Like you can't go to the north in the middle. It's all is controlled by the military. Can't go there. So why they're hiding this? There must be something. Because they they don't care about the world or take their minerals. So why would they do in the like in a cold place where there's a lot of minerals and stuff? Or what are they protecting the penguins or what? Or what are they doing? You know what?
So
Why?
do you think that TFE was real, or you know what TFE is, right?
No, no, no.
The final experiment where Whitsitt and Jaron went down and saw the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Oh, I know. Okay, yes, no, no, yeah. Final experiment, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So you can go there, right?
Yes, this is a base. Yes, so this is one place where you can go. Yeah, and I don't believe the pastor. You know what the videos and everything. I don't believe them. You know, because it's easy to fake, and it was 666 months from the first moon landing. It was this final experiment. So they're dealing with, with symbolic and everything. So I think this is also, the final experiment. And what the pastor said, it is round, The sun goes away. No, the sun always goes around, he was saying, yes. But yeah.
What's your favorite prayer? Anyone can answer that, even left lane. From the pastor that took a group halfway around the world, what's your favorite prayer that he said before or after a meeting?
Um, I say everybody who was on board was knowing, what is his job to do, I think this was from the first time they know about it, And look, that they took the best flat Earth guys. They took
Am I
the
hot
three
micing?
best, uh,
Can
and
I?
and
Am
the
I hot
job.
micing? My mic won't go off mute. I can't.
No,
No, they
it's not
were.
bad.
Uh,
It's not bad.
Yeah, it won't go on mute. Weird. Hang on, let me try. I'm trying to get out of the app, but I can't. I can't do that. Like my phone is locked. Just bear with me for a while. I'll stop talking.
for me, it's just no proof, Um, something is there, something. It's the oceans are like a lake, There must be some kind of barrier, like a lake, It's always something where it ends the lake, and the water is always flat. So I don't know what there is, but maybe there are high mountains. What keeps the oceans in like a lake, Where's the end? I don't know. Never been there, but there has to be something. I don't
I have
believe.
my phone. I have my phone working now. Can I repeat my question and someone give me an answer? Whether it's like uh, the pastor that took a group halfway around the world, who's a pastor of a pretty large church that I know of. That seems to be anyway. What's your favorite prayer that he prayed before a meeting or before they went on the airplane or after they got back or whatever? What can you tell me what your favorite prayer that he did is?
Um, I I just one time I heard what he was praying to people, that it's okay to deceive and it's okay to lie for God. And
Well, that was a message that he did
being
at his church. That wasn't a prayer. He just did a message on deceiving and how it was okay, which is kind of weird too. But okay, somebody can interpret it wrong. But what's your favorite prayer that preacher prayed? Like,
I don't like
bow your
being
head, pray
how
before you get on an
understand.
airplane, or
You know, I'm like that. I just can prove what I see and what I touched, I don't believe in stories. I believe kind of in the Bible, but yeah, for me, just what is provable, what I saw, what I can touch, this is for me the reality, and not
okay,
stories. I don't, I don't like the scientists, say they are experts on anything. Why? Just he's telling to me that he's an expert, this is all. For me, it's BS, I don't like it. I don't like it.
It is it
It's
is
like,
a little weird, but I'll tell you the weirdest thing about seeing a pastor be this like divisive and never pray. I've never been around in all my life a pastor that doesn't pray, ever. And this
mm,
is the first time, and it just so happens it has to do with a pastor that's going against flat Earth. It just something doesn't add up, right? I don't know everything, or I haven't, I wouldn't judge him or whatever. I'm just saying it is strange. Just in case you don't know, for any, especially a Southern Baptist like that, on basically over that denomination, not to pray with the group that he's taken is just doesn't happen.
right there. No, for me, he's a liar, deceiver. I don't know if he gets paid or something. I don't care. They must get something for it. And yeah, there were good flat earth guys with him, yes, with the pastor, but they told so much shit, and you just can saw that they are lying, and they were,
Hey, what's
yeah,
up?
they were paid.
By any chance, do you have a
Hey,
44? No,
Are you hot, Mike? And
no. Why does somebody scheduled it already? Couple
Die
scheduled
slow,
it?
you're hot miking.
die slow. You're hot, Mike. And
All right.
And this is a bit too. Oh no, this is a 40-footer. Oh my
Discord.
Are we gonna need it? Cause
Discord.
it's
Could
casement
somebody
windows.
put him down in the hot mic room? Geo? Oh, thanks. Got
what
I'm
was the
not sure what
pastor's name?
everybody.
Bill?
There's some different opinions on what the 24-hour sun in the South proves to people. I just think it proves that there's another phenomena happening, and I actually think it proves a crystal-like dome above us, which would create this phenomena. But if you want to say it proves the sphere, I think that's just being dogmatic, or it can only be one way, and I don't think anything's like that. It doesn't prove flat Earth,
No,
doesn't prove a sphere. I think it proves that
right.
there could be more to the sky than what we'll ever know. And oh, by the way, the Bible tells us that the sky is God's domain, and we will never know everything about the sky. Just a small footnote.
That's the way it
Yeah,
is.
we won't know everything, but we know some things. It certainly is very consistent with the mainstream globe model of what they saw.
Yeah, I agree. No problem. But if there is a dome above us, it might just create a phenomena like that. Like there's all types of phenomena that's created, um, that we might not have discovered yet. And being a scientist, right, you would never paint yourself into a box that this is the way it would happen. You would also want to look at all the other possibilities. And for people who come here and say, no, this is the only way, right? I just don't think that's the right way to be.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
said,
a
it
good
doesn't
point.
prove flat Earth or globe Earth, but it should open your eyes, right? It sure matches the model pretty perfectly that we've drawn in our minds and on paper. But what if this, right? What if this is happening? Holy cow, it could be true. And it didn't take long for people to actually come up with a way for it to happen. Maybe it doesn't work perfectly yet, but it definitely is already proven that it could happen if the light is here doing this through that. If you're viewing it through this reference frame or that reference frame, come on, you can't paint yourself in a box and say this proves the model, because a lot of people are doing that. I actually think Left Lane just tried to do that, right? How can you ever believe in flat Earth now? Because the final experiment, which is a choice on words that's kind of funny also from a preacher who doesn't pray, is not final. I don't even think it was an experiment, but you can debate
Yeah,
that.
so
Definitely doesn't prove
maybe
anything.
maybe you'll forgive me for sticking with the model that works perfectly versus the model that doesn't work very well yet and has major problems. So, and also the reason I don't think there's a dome over us is because we don't see the constellations at nighttime bending and warping as they move across the sky. So there's nothing like changing the position of the stars and the moon and the sun, except maybe a slight change near the horizon. But yeah, we see things where they are, including the sun.
Yeah, you don't know that. You don't know that. You're
Right.
assuming that because of your model, but you have no clue that the sun could be directly overhead at all times, right?
Right. And a magic rainbow unicorn pixie could be changing things to make it appear somewhere else. But until I get some evidence for that, I'm not going to start assuming these weird things. I'm just going to go with the simplest thing, like assume that what I'm seeing is the right thing until there's a good reason to believe otherwise. So I'm trusting my eyes until reason has a better
So
option.
you trust your eyes when you see flat water or concave water, or do you use
I
your
have
bias to
reason.
say?
So,
Go ahead.
first of all, yeah, a circle looks flat when you look on the edge, right? You'll hold a dinner plate up to eye level; it looks like a straight line. So, looking at the horizon doesn't mean that it's not circular. But yeah, I look at all the evidence and judge it based on what's most reasonable and what has the best
Okay.
explanation.
Okay. Have you ever measured curved water?
No,
No,
I haven't.
never.
So
Have you
everything
ever
but that
seen?
evidence. So really,
Have you ever
you're just
seen?
talking about illusions and things that you see over distance, which humans are not that good at, and there's a lot of unknowns in that, right? So if there
Right.
is a crystal-like dome and there's a lot of water between you and that dome and above the dome, then it might make the lights that may be inside the dome, inside the water, or beyond the waters look differently. Even scientists agree with that. Like they say, if superfluid is the medium of space, then we would have to redo all the observations. They would all be wrong. Scientists, you're scientists, Glovers.
Yeah. So
For me,
you
I
fixed it
say
by
that
saying,
we can't
"Oh,
live, you know.
the magic dome changes where the sun is, but not where the stars
It's
are."
not magic dome. It's not a
It
magic
sounds
dome.
magic the way you're
No,
describing
it's
it.
not. It's not. It's just a container with some unknowns. It could be a superfluid or a super solid, and you have no idea even probably what that
Yeah,
is.
well,
But scientists do, and scientists say if it is that, if it is space medium is a superfluid, then all of our observations, distances, times, everything we've viewed and say we know as scientists would be wrong, except for
Well, so
you.
you're
sure.
right. Yeah, so you're right about the unknowns of the dome. It's never been seen. It's never been measured. It's never been observed. There's been zero evidence for the existence of a dome.
That's just
So
not
you're
true.
right. Yeah,
That's
there
just
is.
not true, man. Yeah, it is. They've done
Name one.
studies on it.
Name one.
The Russian scientists who studied the firmament were talking about the dome that would be above us. They talked about how light would scatter in it. They talked about the distances to it and maybe what it's made out of. There's a lot of scientific evidence. That's why superfluid has become a thing lately, which I don't know if you've ever heard of that. But superfluid and super solid could be a major factor in this. That's why we now would know where all the helium goes.
Yeah,
So
I'm not talking
that's a
about
mystery.
speculation from some Russian scientists. I'm
Not
asking if there's ever
speculation.
been
It's not
any
speculation.
evidence.
Not speculation. You keep using
You said they
magical
talked
and
about it.
speculation in the model that you don't know about, but maybe it's your knowledge that you need to read up on, not say that it's magical or speculation. It's science, right? It's,
Yeah, this is where I be careful with science, you know, because just because he says he's a scientist and he can prove this and this, maybe it's just a deceiving, you know, and it's not the true at all, you know, and that's what I found out lots of time that these are deceivers, liars, um, um, often, you know, in the satanic elite. And yeah, they deceived and lie to us and don't tell us the truth, you know. They don't know much more than we do, you know. They only can observe it, look at it, but shoot rockets up, but they never get through it. They was never in the fucking space or something. This is all just a story. This I know for sure, you know, because you can't have a vacuum next to a normal pressure system what we have on Earth without a fixed container, without a barrier. The vacuum would suck our air out immediately, and we have no air, no gases. We were dead.
Yeah,
So
but
it
that's
can't
based on
be
the
that.
faulty assumption that that the necessary antecedent for pressure is a container, and that's not true. That's false.
No, but you need to have some kind of barrier, no, between
No,
a
not
normal
you don't need
pressure
a physical
system.
barrier. No.
Of course, when you don't
No,
have
the
something.
weight of the air causes atmospheric pressure. Wind is an example of pressure without a barrier. Like that's how sailboats have sailed across the oceans for thousands of years. Stick your hand out of a moving vehicle, you'll feel pressure.
Yeah, we only
It's
have
like
the
a lot of
pressure because
buoyancy
it's a
you're talking
contained
about
world.
there.
Because there is a barrier, a fixed. I don't know what it is, but it has to be. What NASA is telling us when there's a vacuum above us. This can't be next to a normal pressure system. It would suck the air out and the gases from the world. For me, this is also only a story, what NASA is telling us and the space and everything.
To see things only one way is not science, man. That's a dogmatic,
Right.
biased
You gotta
religion.
look at all the different options and see which one is best.
No, not see which one is best and then run with it.
Yeah, see which one is
you don't
best.
want to just go for the
You
best
don't want to
one.
just run with it blindly. Of course, you look at all the evidence and observations.
Yeah,
You've
but if
never
it's just
even
bad,
measured
you
curved
just
water,
think,
and you're saying you've looked at all the methods and observations and measure. Like, that's just so weird to me. The first
Yeah,
thing you would
it's
do
so
if
small
you
you can't
think water
measure it
curves,
directly.
hang on, let me finish. If you think water curves, the first thing you should do is measure water.
No, that's false.
Sure it is. That's human nature, man.
That's true.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Because
it
I say
is.
that the amount that it curves is so small that I wouldn't be able to measure it. So why am I going to go out and try and
That's a
measure it?
lie. That's a
You
lie.
can't directly
You can
measure.
That's a lie.
always
Wait,
can measure the curve.
That's not
you
true,
haven't
man.
tried to? How come you haven't tried to see Wi-Fi? You can't see Wi-Fi.
That is not the same. We're talking about
Yeah,
It is.
physical water. No, we're not.
It's
You're
something
just
you
trying to
can't
deceive people.
can't see.
What is your name? Who is this? What is your name?
I'm
What is your
about to
name?
go. Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, goodbye. See you later. Those are just lies. Saying you can't measure the physical curve of water is a lie. If you think we live in 2025 and can't measure 8 inches per mile square, you're just a deceiver. You're unknowledgeable. And if you're going to say that on this forum right here in the public, you're deceiving people on purpose. And I will call you out. That's why he leaves when I'm here, because I'm not going to sit by and let somebody do that. And he's intentionally doing it to me. Like, that is just dogmatic, man. I would never
I
do
see it
that.
like
I
this.
would never say that.
Yeah, you're true, and I see it like this. The belief is the enemy of knowing. They just believe it. Because they saw something in the TV, and they think they are now. Oh, they get it everything right. The world is round, and the
Well, I
space and
get it.
everything.
I was
It's
that
just
guy, right? I just believed it. I never went out and measured water until I
Mhm.
did, and then I found out it doesn't curve. And now I know how I can be deceived on all the other things, because when I go out at the same observation point and see curved water or concave water or flat water, I know it's just a optical phenomenon. Until you measure that, you can't. It's just you're fooled. Your brain is easily fooled. You can put a glass of water in front of you with it and draw an arrow and pass it behind it, and it will look like it's going the opposite direction of which you're moving it. Your brain is fooled. It's
And I
actually
know
going
how
left
it.
to right, but your brain interprets it going right to left.
Yeah, we are so programmed. It's hard to let go from this knowledge. It's really hard. It's not easy to say, "Oh, we were deceived and we were lied to." This is not easy. I understand
Yeah,
everybody. They get hated, frustrated,
yeah.
and they
It took
leave.
me 2 years. It took me two
Yeah,
years of seriously looking into it. I didn't say a word. I never got on Discord. I never posted anything. I just listened to both sides. I went out and did my own tests and observations and measurements. And then I made my conclusion, and here I am. And oh, by the way, after about 2 years, um, I was talking to somebody about aliens, and then I went home and me and my kids asked my wife, "What do you think about aliens?" She said, "Well, what does the Bible say?" And I was like, "Holy cow, that's a good standard to live by as a Christian, right?" So then I went into the Bible about if the earth was flat or not, or stationary, and lo and behold, I mean, I missed it all these years, or people didn't teach it to me. Like my own people that teach me, Sunday school and CCD and Catholic organizations and things like that never mentioned the firmament, day 2 creation, or how the flood wasn't just 40 days of rain. It was opening the vaults of the heavens and opening the vaults of the deep. I never was taught that in 50 years of life. Like, that is crazy. And
Same
that's
here.
just how it works.
No, I live in a Catholic, state, and this is for me, it's no religion. When they came to me, I have to pay for my religion. I said, I quit, because I don't gonna pay for my religion, this is insane. And in Austria, the religion the churches don't help the poor peoples or something. They do nothing, They just have great buildings, and it costs a lot of money to keep them. And it's just a money system, with the popes and everything. The stories I hate the Catholic church. It's not true. I mean,
Well, I think good and evil. If you believe in the great deceiver rules the world, right? Why wouldn't he infiltrate the churches or the seminaries and try and distort the truth? Of course he would, right? So you have to be. That's why we're given discernment, and you have to test all things and hold fast to which is true. That's basically things that I
So
go
I
by.
was a little busy a while ago, but you talk about good and evil. Raqia, what do you think about you calling a man a liar because he disagrees with you? What do you think that is?
He didn't disagree with me. He said it
Well,
can't
the
be.
hell he doesn't.
Yeah, he said it can't be measured. That's just a bold-faced lie.
Yeah, you're calling probably one of the most integral individuals that I've ever met a liar.
Well,
I
I'm
don't think
sorry. He
he's
was
a liar
lying
at
in
all.
that instance.
Yeah, you were losing is why
Absolutely.
you called him a liar.
No, I said about the measurement.
Okay, so
About 8 inches per mile, about not being able to measure in 2025 the drop of the water. Because I asked him if he had ever measured it. He said, no, it can't be measured. That's a lie.
No, Raqia, that's not a lie. There are a couple of things. 8 inch from your feet, but that's the side. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he doesn't know. That doesn't make him a liar. Is it not better to
He's
say,
been
okay, no,
around
that's
forever.
not the
he's
no,
deceived.
wait. Oh, wait, let me finish. Is it not better to just say, you know what? Actually, that's not the correct statement. I know how it's done. Then if he insists, no, that's bullshit or whatever, then it means he's deceiving us. He's not honest as whatever. He's not honest. Instead of just calling him straight away, you're lying because you're telling me something. Maybe, by the way, maybe he doesn't know it.
He's been here forever. He said he's never
Doesn't matter.
measured it.
Maybe
Yeah, let me
confess.
finish. Let me finish now, sir. When I went on
Okay.
mute, when I asked you to finish, can you go on mute? Because when I asked him if he's ever, can you go on mute? Are you smart enough to do that?
Well, go on, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me to go on. I'm a grown man. You can go on mute and I'll talk now since I went on mute when you talk. See how it works? It's really easy. It's funny y'all can't even get that simple part, but y'all know what the world is. You want to teach me what the world is, but you can't even not talk when someone else is talking. It's strange, bro. He said he's never measured it, right? Because I said that would be the best way to know if the water is curving. And it's human nature to want to know these things. He disagreed with that, right? So that's an opinion, I get it. But saying that something is not measurable when you haven't tried to measure it is a lie. Thank you.
Finish now, Mr. Grownman. Finish. Okay, good. Again, you just said stuff, and that's not what I said. I said, can you tell me with certainty, 100%, it was here when you were talking about this thing? And again, back to my point, maybe he doesn't know it. And he just clearly says, because he doesn't know it, he thinks it's not possible. That's not lying. If he doesn't know
Didn't say
something,
he didn't know. He said he didn't say he didn't know.
I know, but
I wouldn't have called him a liar if he said he didn't know.
That's not lying.
Yeah, well, it is to me.
Lying.
It is to me.
Maybe you're wrong. You claim to be
Yeah,
grown up.
maybe you're wrong.
As another,
See how easy that is?
As another, I would give
Maybe
him
you're
some
wrong.
benefit of the doubt. No, you are wrong here because I would give him that person benefit of the doubt.
Or you.
The next logical question would be, okay, did you know this can be done in such and such way? And I will wait for the response. If that person insists on saying no, that is not possible, or no, you now whatever the whole conversation changed, then I can say, you know what, you're either lying or you're dishonest.
Done or said or how you would ask it or whatever is fine with you. Your opinion is validated. Great. He's still lying in my eyes. He could have said it 1,000 different ways. He chose to say it that way. And when I tried to call him out on it, he didn't change. He didn't go, well, maybe I should change what I'm saying because I really haven't ever tried it. He doubled down. He doubled down and said it can't be. And let me tell you why it can't be measured. Just deceiving people on purpose.
More
than once. I gave him several chances. No, that's your misunderstanding.
No, that's your misunderstanding.
Well, it could be yours. I mean, it could be yours, right? You'd have to admit that. Either you're wrong or I'm wrong, right?
If I give you a fact, am I deceiving you?
Can we move on?
If I tell you, really?
Can we move on because you're misinterpreting what was said the way I took it, and how in the hell do you know the way I take things or saw things?
I have not.
Just because you listened to it and in your brain you came up with the way you're right doesn't make you right, sir. And like I said, I'll go back to my point. You can go back to listen to 10 years of live stream, right? Y'all are the smart ones, right? Y'all have called us dumb idiots, maybe not you. I'm just saying as a group, as a whole, saying our jobs should be taken away. Our kids should be taken away because we're teaching this. We're deceiving people. We're the dumb ones, right? And y'all can't even let people finish a sentence, basically. You'll get so wound up in your dogmatic bias beliefs that you're so rattled you can't even let someone else get their opinion out. It's the strangest shit I've ever seen, man. This is something bigger than you and I. If you don't believe in spiritual warfare and good and evil, I just don't get it, man. There is good and evil. I'm evil sometimes. I sin all the time, every day. I'm living proof.
I believe in good and evil, but that
Well,
doesn't.
there you go.
Hang on. I don't believe in all the spiritual side of things. No, I don't believe. I believe in someone who can be a good person, someone can be a bad person.
For me, it's sad,
That's about it. That's about it. And the nature of the person is nothing to do with some supernatural being or whatnot, whatever. Is someone can be good, someone can be bad.
Well,
but
that's your choice.
That's my choice, and I will stick to it. But again, going back to my point, you just called him a liar without anything, just because.
Can we move on for the second time? I've asked, or do you just want to dwell on this crap? And what does it matter to you anyway? If there's not a higher being or a greater cause, what the hell does it matter? Why do you care?
Calling someone a liar is not a good thing.
Why do you care? So what?
I don't need to be.
So what? It doesn't matter. Not a good thing according to who? Not a good thing according to who? Because in your world, nothing matters. You'll just be worm dirt pretty soon.
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's not fine. It's a ridiculous way to. It's a ridiculous way to pipe into a conversation and speak your opinion on something that has no bearing on anything, especially your worldview.
Raqia, you were contradicting yourself in what you were saying and how you were acting just a little bit ago.
I'm sure I was. When I said I was evil, and now you're going to talk about how I'm acting. Let's say I am wrong, left lane. Okay, so it proves my point that there is good and evil in a higher being, right? You're still atheist. Why does it matter to you? Why does it matter to anyone that has no purpose other than just living their 80, 90, or 100 years the best way they know possible, being right and wrong, experiencing good and evil, and then putting their dogmatic issues, like piping into a conversation that has no bearing on their life? It is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, bro. Now, as a Christian, as a fellow believer, you damn well right you should call me out on how I act and how I raise my voice and how I lose my temper. It's one of the worst qualities I have, and you know where it happens the most? Here. I wonder why. all the negative energy. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, basically, worm dirt doesn't care.
That's it, Raqia. That's it. Negative energy. That's what you're doing. You're putting negative energy
Exactly.
into
I
the
know. I
conversation.
just admitted that was my greatest fault. It's called pride, wanting to be right. But in your worldview, why does it matter? The guy yesterday that thinks he's an
Because
8
good and bad,
and thinks he's an
good
8
and bad
and
exist
thinks
in my
he's
world
an
too.
8 and yesterday the guy who thinks he's an 8 and pretty soon will be worm dirt. Why in the world does he care what I believe? Well, why?
This is got a public platform where we discuss things.
Yeah, this ain't discussion. This is piping into someone's discussion going, I don't know why you did that. You're just an idiot. You're just evil, even though I really don't believe
I
in
didn't.
evil.
No, I didn't say those things. I was just pointing at the very particular thing that was sort of contradictory to what you were saying
Yeah.
when you were. It's sort of hypocritical when you were
Yeah.
a little bit evil
Yeah.
towards Matthew and
Yeah.
and
I've
that,
already admitted all those things. Yeah, thanks for your help. Have you pointed out anything good I said ever, Left Lane? Or are you just negative all the time towards me?
I don't know. We've known each
Yeah,
other
I
a
don't
while.
know.
We've had some good conversations.
We have? Name one thing you pointed out I said that. Name one thing today that you think I said that has some merit.
I don't see how that has any bearing on the generality of the combo.
I bet you can't. Because you want, even if you could, you won't.
I don't know,
Well,
man.
guys,
You seem very angry.
No, I'm just being, passionate. I love it. I'm not angry about anything. My life is amazing. I do lose my temper, and I already admitted that's one of my worst faults, and it happens the most here. But you saying I'm angry is weird. I'm not angry about anything. I mean, absolutely nothing in my life now am I angry about. But I tell you what, when I think someone's going to deceive my family and friends, I'm going to point it out, and so should you. And if I'm wrong, so be it. He ain't doing it no more, is he? Can't measure. Like, that is like the most dogmatic thing someone can say in 2025. You can't sit here all day and tell me we measure all these things down to the centimeter, these distances, these times, the speed of light, the size of the moon, the size of stars, how much energy is in the sun, and can't measure 8 inches per mile square. I call bullshit.
Yeah, I think he was referring to the way that you want it measured. You want a mile-long straight edge and put a tape measure on the 8-inch drop.
I never
I
said
think that's
anything
what he
about
was
that.
talking about.
I never said anything.
Well, then we've got the measurements then.
You
We
seem
do have the
wrong again
measurements
because
then.
that what.
No?
So you just want to
I'm just
deceive
giving
about
you
the
my
time.
opinion
You just
about
want
what
to
I was
interrupt now, huh?
interpreting, what he was
Yeah.
saying. I don't
No,
know.
I
You keep
think
misrepresenting me at every turn, man. I don't know.
that was never mentioned. You're adding something to the conversation to try and make your point more significant. You're just wrong. Never did I mention that. He's the one that mentioned it can't be measured. He's never measured it in any way. I never mentioned the way I've measured it. Never. Oh, wrong again. Try. Well, I mean, I guess you want to try again. Can we move on? Third time. While you're here, you got that video of Earth Curve, Left Lane? It was like a year ago you promised that. You had it. Or we get it. Hadn't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
I took some pictures of it, but I'm not running out west anymore.
You took pictures of Earth Curve and haven't posted them?
Was it Earth Curve I was supposed to take a picture of?
Yep. Very specifically said you
Don't
had a
let him bait
video
you,
of Earth
Left Lane.
Curve.
Don't let him bait you. That's a bait.
Yeah. I was
Just don't
thinking
even
it was
respond to
more
him.
like the situation where the mountain that's taller than I am is actually below my eye level. I think that was
Yeah,
it.
you called that Earth Curve. You said you had a video
Yep.
of it.
No,
That's
that's
Earth
I
Curve.
wouldn't call that Earth Curve. I would just
You
say
did
that's
call
an
it Earth
effect.
Curve.
That's an effect of Earth Curve.
You didn't say effective Earth curve. You said it was Earth curve. You had a video of it, and then you said that
See,
you
there you go
didn't have
again.
it.
You just
No,
completely
I'm
misrepresent me. I know what I
not
said. I know very well
misrepresenting
what I
the
said.
exact conversation we had a year ago. You said you had a video of Earth curve, and then when I asked for it again, you said you didn't have it, and you were going to take it, but it was too dusty that day. Remember that? You think I'm just making this
Yeah,
shit up?
yeah. Too dusty. Yeah, they need pretty clear air to see a mountaintop 80 miles away on the horizon.
So you don't have the video because it was too dusty.
And your point.
Your point is, my point is, you said you had a video of Earth curve, and when I asked for it, you said you didn't have it, and when I asked for it again, you said you
Oh,
were
I
going to
said
get
no,
it, but it
no,
was
no,
too
no.
dusty.
See, that's not in any way what was said,
Yes,
Raqia.
it
I said
is.
that
Yes, it is.
I keep meaning to take a video, but I'm having trouble catching the atmosphere right. And then one day I did catch it, but I was in a hurry, so all I could do is snap a picture of it, and that's all I got of it.
You were in a
Can I
hurry, so you
say
could only take a picture of it, couldn't take a video of Earth curve. I got it. All right.
I love it how you
Yeah,
get hot in this topic,
again,
you know?
not Earth curve.
Can I say
Well, I
something?
agree, not Earth curve. I agree with you there. We finally agree on something. You don't have a picture of Earth curve. I promise you that.
Good one, Raqia.
For me, it's a satanic elite. Yes, we are deceived, we are lied to. They make everything. Uh, a girl is a man is a girl. They are motherfuckers. That's why we have the children abuse shit. Everything. A girl is a man is a girl. They are motherfuckers. That's why we have the children abuse shit. They're doing much of shit. Yes, this money, it's insane. These are insane people. What makes ritual? Yes, so a lot. The youths are really crazy people. Never had the land before. Now they have this Israel, have the war. Never happened. These are insane people. Um, yes, and you know, we're in Austria. We had this Auschwitz, you know, killing the youths, the Nazis. Yes, I don't believe this shit. I saw evidence, yes, where you know you can't kill peoples and they won't work with you. You have to give them food. You have to look at them. You have to give them something for their life. Yes, because why should they help you? I was told that they was killed. You know, they was coming with the train and was killed. You know, thousands of the youths. We pay a lot of money because this um, happened. Yes, what they say, but I don't believe it. Yes, I don't believe in this shit. This is the youths are very crazy peoples and do everything for lies, deceives, money. These are really insane people. Yes, it's one of God's children. Yes, Judas, youth, and everywhere where's money, they are. So America is not ruled by your guys. It's ruled by Jews. So I really much of evidence. I won't tell you this when I'm not sure, you know. I really talk to lots of people where I get this insane message and I say how it is. Uh, we're lied to. They do nothing. They are crazy motherfuckers. And yes, this is what I want to say to you. So be just your whole good man and don't trust the government or something. That's insane. So that was my story. Thanks for the hearing. Thanks. But
Who are you talking to?
I just want to know where you're from, guys. I'm talking to everybody.
Not from this world.
Outside from it? Okay.
In the world, but not of the world.
Yeah. I never thought I would find so much evidence for that shit. But I'm not afraid anymore to say this, what I found out. I know this is hard stuff, I know. It's better you don't believe like this. What do you think about the elite or something? Money system, child abuse.
Kind of a broad brushstroke, just saying the Jews. It's a little anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic.
How about nosebergs? Is that okay?
Sorry? Just here at the war at the Second World War, they're telling we killed all the youths. Yes, it's just insane. Why would you kill so much people? Um, I saw evidence that they didn't do that yet. As Auschwitz, it was the biggest one. But I was saying that they just